You know, a lot of us love to talk, right? In fact, many of us can't stop speaking or Facebooking or tweeting or sending our opinions out there, spewing our innermost thoughts to the masses, to our friends and our family and whoever will listen. But a lot of times we do it without thinking. We're at this unique time right now in our country, and I think it's a time when we're really faced with this essential task, and it's a tall order, and it should be simple, but it's not. And that task is to listen. And in the wake of George Floyd's death, I think all of us have been horrified, right? Whether you're white, black, cop, civilian, we were all in the same boat. We were watching that video, desperately trying to understand what in the world we were watching and how it could be possible. And I think all of us died a little bit inside when we watched that clip. And what has followed has been an uproar. It's been comprised of so many different reactions, but among them have been pleas from African Americans to just listen to experience and life and what they face. And listening is something that I'm admittedly not that great at. I like to talk, obviously. I like to share. I like to wait while other people are talking so I can have my turn again to talk. And unfortunately, I think a lot of us struggle. We struggle to listen even more when there's death or destruction or a debate or politics or chaos or something happens, right? And it's in those moments that so many of us are slower to hear, quicker to speak, quicker to get angry. And yet, for those of us who are Christians, we're called to be better. And yet I have to ask myself, have we been? Am I doing this well? Have I done it well? And I look at Jesus' brother James, and I look at James 1:9, and he said in this verse, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. I mean, talk about a countercultural message, but it's one that we desperately need right now. In this moment, we have millions of Americans who are feeling grief and pain and disconnection and betrayal and confusion, and there's this deep and profound hurt among African Americans, and because of the complexities of racial tensions, many of us, we want to make proclamations. We have a lot of opinions about all of it, right? And we hear or we see things like Black Lives Matter, and some people on social media, the instant response they have is to furiously type, all lives matter. But how does that really help us right now? Are we as quick to pause, to reflect, and to listen as we are to start typing that response? You know, Martin Luther King once said that the church is still the most segregated major institution in America. He said, at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning when we stand and sing and Christ has no east or west, we stand at the most segregated hour in this nation. This is tragic. You know, Christians have made strides in this arena, but perhaps some of us, myself included, maybe we've failed at that most basic call to listen and to honestly talk and to dialogue and to understand. You know, as Christians, political or cultural positions shouldn't come first. Pride shouldn't come first. An opinion on a hashtag shouldn't be the priority. Loving God and loving others should be. And when others are hurting, we're called to listen, not because we have to agree or we must agree with everything that's being said or felt, but because we see so many who are legitimately hurting, right? And each of us has had our own life experience, and a failure to listen to someone else share theirs, especially at such a deeply painful time, it actually holds us all back. It prevents us actually from living fully out the faith we claim to have. So what am I saying here? I think what I'm saying is we need to be better. We need to be open to control our tongues, to listen, to be willing to ask tough questions, and to pray. To pray that God opens us up to see everyone through the same lens that He does. And listen, let's pray for our country too, because we have got a lot of work to do.